Another starting signal given. My Limit the favourite, he's the grey horse. They're racing now. Cooperlet from barrier 2 was the first to go. Inside Poem, 2 lengths away. My Limit, last spectacular pick. And My Limit the favourite, he's the best part of 12 from the leader. Coming up to the corner, 500 to go. Past the Bubbly, 1.5, line by line, and Burgundy Prince. Another 3 to punch up from Nepro, Cooperlet, I Love a Queenslander. 2.5, Poem, Charles Shaker. My Limit, he's a mile back, turning for home from spectacular pick. Past the Bubbly, tackled by line, and Burgundy Prince. Punch up came at them. There's a run there for Cooperlet. I Love a Queenslander, Nepro, and My Limit and Poem are coming late. Line by line, Burgundy Prince, punch up. Here's My Limit. He's coming from the back. My Limit is coming home like a tornado. He's raced up. He's grabbed the lead, and My Limit drew away to beat line by line. Punch up 2.5, Poem, Charles Shaker. My Limit, he's a mile back, turning for home from spectacular pick. Past the Bubbly, tackled by line, and Burgundy Prince. Punch up came at them. There's a run there for Cooperlet. I Love a Queenslander, Nepro, and My Limit and Poem are coming late. Line by line, Burgundy Prince, punch up. Here's My Limit. He's coming from the back. My Limit is coming home like a tornado. He's raced up. He's grabbed the lead, and My Limit drew away to beat line by line. Punch up third, Burgundy Prince fourth. The next time in the race, Cooperlet. I Love a Queen. The Bubbly is last of all. That'll be the run of the day. That will be the run of the day. There won't be a bigger run at Doomben here. In this 8 event card this afternoon, he was a mile back on the corner. He was 12 lengths from the leader coming up to the turn. And I know they'd run that at a cracking speed. But Shane Scriven sat up on him at the finish. He chimed.
7, 2 and 3. Down the stakes, and we have a quality lineup here.
With races such as the Wakeful and the Oaks and the 1,000 Guineas in mind. So Sarah's Choice and One Thing at a Time. Sarah the Mare, the leader, as they come for home in the Silver Shadow, led up from Flying Trist. She's Meaner and Love and Kisses are now starting to run on with Glow Lamp and Miss Independent, and right down the outside Soho Secret, but Glow Lamp raced to the front. Oh, there's a fall. 3 of them came down at the back, but Glow Lamp's in front of Love and Kisses. Samantha Miss is trying to bullock into the clear. Here comes Samantha Miss. She hits the lead. Samantha Miss got up to win it. Samantha Miss from either Glow Lamp or Love and Kisses and Soho Secret. Then Miss Independent, Lavished and Jasminka from Flying Trist. She's Meaner and Love and Kisses are now starting to run on with Glow Lamp and Miss Independent, and right down the outside Soho Secret, but Glow Lamp raced to the front. Oh, there's a fall. 3 of them came down at the back, but Glow Lamp's in front of Love and Kisses. Samantha Miss is trying to bullock into the clear. Here comes Samantha Miss. She hits the lead. Samantha Miss got up to win it. Samantha Miss from either Glow Lamp or Love and Kisses and Soho Secret. Then Miss Independent, Lavished and Jasminka.
Group 1 winner, Group 2 winner now as well, and she'd also perform.
$1 million terrible luck for young Tim Clark.
Tim was... She's always promised to come back as a 3-year-old, and I think she's in for a marvellous spring. She's always had Stayer written all over her.
Of course, Weekend Hustler, the return bout with Light Fantastic. At the moment, it is in fact 17 minutes from start time for the Group 2 race. Weekend Hustler, $1.80 on Super Tab on course. They opened him $1.75, got out to $1.85, but he's already firmed in.
We took 100,000 at $1.90. It's been $1.85 into $1.80, back out to $1.85. We took another 100,000 at $8.85. Mate, they just keep coming for it. They've just...
Light Fantastic is still a length and a half behind him. Zarita on the fence, and then Reva San and Master O'Reilly in the straight now, and he clicks up the Hustler. He got to Indio Glorioso. He hasn't kicked away on Weekend Hustler yet. Coming after him, Zarita. Light Fantastic's under pressure. Weekend Hustler's looking good at the 200. He opened up the margin. He's 2 lengths, Zarita. Light Fantastic can't get there. Hale, a real champion at the 100. Weekend Hustler by 3. Zarita holding second, but Weekend Hustler, all too good. Beat Zarita easily. Latorio flashed home. A great third. Light Fantastic fourth. And then they've... He got to Indio Glorioso. He hasn't kicked away on Weekend Hustler yet. Coming after him, Zarita. Light Fantastic's under pressure. Weekend Hustler's looking good at the 200. He opened up the margin. He's 2 lengths, Zarita. Light Fantastic can't get there. Hale, a real champion at the 100. Weekend Hustler by 3. Zarita holding second, but Weekend Hustler, all too good. Beat Zarita easily. Latorio flashed home. A great third. Light Fantastic fourth. And then they've lined up Master O'Reilly and a fin. And the Weekend Hustler that we all came to see has delivered in spades.
As safe as houses, Weekend Hustler absolutely dominates the Maccabi Diva Stakes. Positive ride by Rawilla.
Steve, you've just got to admire what a brilliant horse he is.
No doubt, Bruce. Admittedly, it was a slowly run Maccabi Diva, but we did what he what we would expect him to do, and he did it stylishly, and he did it every bit as...
Fantastic. I wouldn't be too critical because I just don't believe he found his comfort zone yesterday, and the slow tempo didn't suit him one iota. He's picked up and dashed a little bit better off much faster run races than a slow run race like that yesterday.
And that's the difference between the two horses too.
Well,
one horse makes his own luck and can accelerate when he needs to. He's got that weapon in his arsenal. And on yesterday's performance, and it's a bit hard to judge any horse on one performance, but it appears as though Light Fantastic doesn't have that weapon.
Down the straight in six furlong races.
That's his star quality.
That is his star quality. Exactly right. But look at these. Look at the Caulfield Cup and the Melbourne Cup winner from last year, charging home late here. Efficient and Master O'Reilly. That was an enormous performance from both. Latorio, I want to see Latorio win a race. He's been a pack chaser all his life.
He'll win one.
Yeah.
And when he does win one, he might win a big one.
Fritzy Boy favourite. Princess Cope's been a big shortener in the last few minutes. Then Red Ruler and Nom de Jeu. So that
metres two to Princess, and Princess Cope is last of all. They run towards the 650 metres in the Stony Bridge. Insouciant, 1.5 Fritzy Boy. The Puka third. Prince Castard the inside, Run Like Al, circling them quickly. Red Ruler taking off as two, Nom de Jeu. Behind them, Ombre Rose, and then Keep It Cruising. Wider out as they turn. Here is Sterling Prince. Here, Run Like Al's whipped up on the outside of Fritzy Boy, who's offering plenty on the inside. A couple of lengths Insouciant, and then we've got the Puka. We've got Run Like Al. Fritzy Boy is fighting hard. He's coming again on the inside. And here down the outside, Princess Cope. She's about to sprout wings. Coming with a Nom de Jeu. Princess Cope, the kilt winner. Blazes on by. What a win. Brilliant in the flank. And then we've got the Puka. We've got Run Like Al. Fritzy Boy is fighting hard. He's coming again on the inside. And here down the outside, Princess Cope. She's about to sprout wings. Coming with a Nom de Jeu. Princess Cope, the kilt winner, blazes on by. What a win! Brilliant in the finish. Princess Cope got it. Nom de Jeu, Fritzy Boy back in behind those runners then has been a Jicka Cape, and then Rios and the Puka. Woohoo! How about this?
Yeah, she's pretty good, and no doubt she'll be heading our way after that. She won the St George Stakes at Caulfield earlier this year. That was the
zone for the Cox Plate. That will be her Melbourne target if she can come through the Celt Stakes, Steve. But she was awesome there.
Very good win, second up. Speed was good, of course. Run Like Al chimed in from about the 800 just to keep the pot stirring, which certainly made the race for Princess Cope. She's an outstanding mare. I just wonder when she comes to Australia whether she's just that marginal 3/4 of a length off, you know, the very...
On to Who Got You, $3 out to $3.30. So there's your odds on screen. Let's
ride Fury by a neck to Walker and 2 lengths away All American, who's getting a good run into it, and 2 lengths to Last Orders. New Approach, a length further back Fly High, St Culper, and then Noble Lust. A Minnesota Shark making ground out very wide, followed then by Kimura. Huxon held up on the inside, passed by Canero and Lucky Thunder. Who Got You taking off right around the outside. Fury had the lead. Minnesota Shark got there early to tackle with Walker and All American in the middle, and Who Got You now puts in his run out very wide on the course. In fact, he's raced up and gone to the lead. Who Got You from Minnesota Shark and All American, and then Walker followed by Lucky Thunder, but Who Got You raced away in the straight here, out by a couple All American and Minnesota Shark, and Who Got You comes right away and scores easily. Who Got You by 4 lengths All American. Carnero got home for third. He didn't have any luck. Close for fourth. Up and gone to the lead. Who Got You from Minnesota Shark and All American, and then Walker followed by Lucky Thunder, but Who Got You raced away in the straight here, out by a couple All American and Minnesota Shark, and Who Got You comes right away and scores easily. Who Got You by 4 lengths All American. Carnero got home for third.
Well, yeah, he defied the pattern of racing today, and look, it was a big worry going into the race. It looked like a Dynamite Leaders track, and you know, he might be one out of the box.
He had them.
Come on, Michael. And once he got out, it was just all over in about 4 strides.
1600.
It was a bit freakish, really. He doesn't help himself.
2 for 2. Awesome. He was back on the fence and just circled them like they were stuck to the floor.
Well, he should be unbeaten almost, you would think. The runs that he's failed, well, he hasn't failed. He's had no luck. He's the one that got to beat the Guineas.
Should have beat Sugar Babe when he had no luck, and then last time out just got held up and just nothing went its way.
The way the pattern was, that was an unbelievable win.
Meet Krogan, a nicer man you wouldn't meet. He's been in Racing Stable and now the Chris Lee Stable, and they've got a wonderful mare here in Samantha Miss by Redute's Choice.
Absolutely.
Samantha Miss 140 to 150. Portillo $16. Stripper's been well back, $10 into $9.
And it's gone up the rest lost to a lead away from well back, and so too is Samantha Miss. So Bowman's going to ride a cold like he did in the Furious and the T-Rose. Just getting onto heels on that corner there and lost about a neck or so. The leader Maybe I now starting to take off. Bowman's worried about the speed. He's starting to improve 3 wide. Then came Stripper, followed by Flying Tristan. Portillo latching onto the back of Samantha Miss inside the 600, and Maybe I's been beautifully rated in front. Now he quickens up on the leader, gets a length and a half on Camilsey. Then came Glow Lamp, Sarah's Choice. Samantha Miss midfield, 5 off the lead from Into It, and further back was Indirect, and then Stripper and Portillo. Maybe I let up the rise. Camilsey gives chase, and now Samantha Miss is being revved up on the outside. Stripper's coming from the back, as so is Portillo. Samantha Miss rushed up and hit the lead with 100 metres to go. She shot away. Portillo comes after on the outside, but Samantha Miss, she's too big, she's too strong, and she's too good. Samantha Miss beat Portillo. Camilsey third, and then Sarah's Choice and Glow Lamp from Stripper. Then Maybe I Into It, Indirect, and last in was Flying Trish.
Ronnie Krogan, the winning owner. Ronnie, congratulations. Last time in between those grey hairs and the mine that the Cox Plate's there.
Well, it's an option, you know. I just want to get through today. I don't want to take the gloss off what she's achieved today. You know, it's only been done once before, and she's a pretty special filly.
And she gets better every time.
Well, I got on heels, ended up out 3 wide, and I thought I'd just let her cruise along at her speed. And she's a champion 3-year-old filly.
And the Dane said it's a privilege to ride her 2.5 lengths by 3/4.
But slowly run races, she's got a magnificent turn of foot.
Well, we've made this point before. She's won the last 3 where they've absolutely walked in front. She's had to do the bullocking herself. Look at that run today. Hugh Bowman's had to take off a long way from home, get posted wide, and she sprinted and got them in 50 metres. Her sectional times again were unbelievable. I know she's beating the same horses, but what she's doing in slowly run races, when she gets a bit of speed in a race, I think with 47.5 she's got to be dynamic.
Exactly right, 47.5, and she's bred to get like 1.5 miles.
Oh, well, as you said, she looks like a colt rather than a filly. She could be the next around.
Keep coming here. The Spring Champion Stakes is next for mainly the Colts and Geldings. 1 filly in the race, but we're still
on in the day. Number 1 here, Predatory Prices, $3.20 to $3.50. The 2's out. Number 3, Sousa, $8 into $7.50.
20s, and number 9 also, as well as number 11, Roman Emperor. So top.
Second last, and Mangala is last of all at the 1,000 metres, and Sousa's gone up on the outside, and we've got a new leader now with Sousa taking on Fight and Defend. So they've really put the foot down on the pedal here in this race. It's Sousa on top, led from Fight and Defend, coming last of all. It's Sousa the leader at the 500. They're about to turn for home in the Spring Champion Stakes. It led by a half a length on Fight and Defend. Exaltastic third, but under the stick, and then Stalingrad. Predatory Prices still got nowhere to go at the moment. He's about 6 off the lead and in traffic, and Sousa shot away as they come up the rise. Beat off Fight and Defend. They're about 3 lengths on Predatory Pricer. Finally seen some daylight, but Sousa might have pinched a march here. 200 to go. Corey Brown sends him away for Darley, about 5 lengths in front of Fight and Defend. Then Predatory Pricer, and Sousa's making a mess of them. Sousa goes down to complete the Spring Stakes Champion Stakes double. 5 lengths on Predatory Pricer. Exaltastic came again for third. Then came Fight, and Relentless Lad was last in.
Peter Snowden's first Group 1 for Darley. Sousa by Galileo, this lovely colt related to an English Oaks winner. He has just revelled in this going. Sousa on the screen, $7.80, $2.60. Predatory Price at $1.80, $2.70. Exceltastic. We were just.
He is emerging as the son of Galileo. It was a great day yesterday for Darley and
the Mighty Hustler, Weekend Hustler. He's $1.90 here on course at the moment. Here's a quick look at the totes, and then we'll have a look at them in the yard. Great expectation here. Big crowd, massive crowd building around the mounting yard to have a look at the champ. There's your totes on screen. We'll send him a lot to Gander shortly. No bets, no betting away from him. So let's go to the yard and have a look at these. Let's go to the yard and have a look at these. Let's have a look at them.
He'll be working home. He can't win. He can't beat them.
Well, here he is, the best horse in the country. Southern Hemisphere, Weekend Hustler. Steve, very hard to make a case.
To know about Weekend Hustler is $1.80 out to $1.90. We had a client ring up, want to have $500,000 on it. He's waiting for it to get to evens. We're not really sure if it will or not.
Are you going to bet him?
Well, if it gets to evens, yeah, it's $1.95 now, so it looks like it's trending trending that way, so if it gets there, I'm tipping he'll be ringing.
Pompey Ruler, Zarita and Weekend Hustler improving his place on their outside. And at the 800 metres, he's coming up into about 4th or 5th placing. Lottorio's tracking him everywhere. A couple of lengths away, Zagreb being followed. Tuesday Joy zipping at the end of the field with Master O'Reilly, and Deficient is last. Coming around the home turn now, Extend is flat out just in front of Alexander of Hales and Maldivian. Then Weekend Hustler coming on 4 wide. Guillotine in behind them with Pompey Ruler in the straight, and Maldivian dash to the lead. Running on is Pompey Ruler. He's hit the go button on Weekend Hustler. He's not responding at the moment. In fact, Lottorio's gone past him. Pompey Ruler out after Maldivian. Here comes Lottorio, and down the outside Master O'Reilly. Lottorio getting to Pompey Ruler, Master O'Reilly and zipping running on, but Lottorio takes the lead and draws away. Lottorio by a length and a half, Master O'Reilly. Zipping might have got third from Pompey Ruler. Photo finishes. Guillotine next, and Efficient ran on. They were followed then by Maldivian and Weekend Hustler. He just didn't go to the line today. Next to finish in the...
We wouldn't go to the fence, but Latour...
Can you see me down there? Can you find me down there?
I'm there. I've got Danny O'Brien, of course, trained Master O'Reilly. Nigel Black is just going to tell...
In the cuts also, I think the form will hold up. It was an intriguing race, given that the winner and the place getter's got a lovely track into the race behind Weekend Hustler. The speed was genuine. A couple of horses...
Don't run him out of 13 again.
It's meant to be a super horse, so they're meant to overcome these difficulties, Ross.
They all get beaten. Vane got beaten. They all get beaten.
All right, so Caulfield Cup...
We'll go from there.
Brad came back and he very clearly stated that he was the hunted out there today. He wasn't happy with Darren Beedman.
There wasn't a couple of them there he wasn't too happy with, but that's racing.
Is he a sprinter miler who doesn't stay?
Well, it's difficult to say at this stage, isn't it? I suppose now, if he was my horse, I'd be freshening and running in the Cox Plate. The salient lesson there might be...
It is time for the feature race of the day, the $1 million, the age Caulfield Guineas for the 3-year-olds, the third of the Group 1s for the day. Hoover Got You is the favourite, $3.20 at this stage. Steve, we'll have a look at the market shortly. We've just a bit of a... As we said, this is such an important...
Hopefully, you know, he can win it.
It was encouraging what you saw that night, wasn't it?
Oh, I was pretty encouraged, I mean.
100, and it's Rockdale leading narrowly from Whitefriars, 2 lengths to Dreamscape, Wonderlord Tavistock, 3/4 All-American, 2 lengths Fernandina, Time Thief around him, couple of lengths away then came Dewporth, Georgia's Boy, Go-Go Canny feeling the pinch, Hooby Got You starting his move, and then Barchiamore, Von Costa de Hero and Canero from Minnesota Shark and Bondarchuk. Rockdale led Lord Tavistock, Whitefriars and All-American coming around the turn. Here comes Hooby Got You now, he's circling with Time Thief, and Dewporth running up into a pocket. Rockdale around the turn by 2 lengths. Hooby Got You starting to wind up, and Time Thief comes with him now. They're racing to the lead together, and then Von Costa de Hero. Hooby Got You got the upper hand though from Time Thief, and then Von Costa de Hero, but he is a star. Hooby Got You starting to gap them. Races away to win the Guineas by 3 lengths to Time Thief. Third a length and a half away, Von Costa de Hero. Dewporth and Carnero to a pocket. Rockdale around the turn by 2 lengths. Hooby Got You starting to wind up, and Time Thief comes with him now. They're racing to the lead together, and then Von Costa de Hero. Hooby Got You got the upper hand though from Time Thief, and then Von Costa de Hero, but he is a star. Hooby Got You starting to gap them. Races away to win the Guineas by 3 lengths to Time Thief. Third a length and a half away, Von Costa de Hero. Dewporth and Carnero and a photo for 4th, and then came Rockdale, followed further back by Dreamscape, All-American, Barchiamore.
Von Costa de Hero third.
That was arrogant, it was embarrassing, it was contemptuous. It's nearly as good a win as a Caulfield Guineas as you'll see. The only one that springs to mind is a horse called Lonhro, who won, 23 races and multiple Group 1s. He's run half a second quicker than the Toorak Handicap winner, and that is absolutely a brilliant performance from this horse, Hoover Got You. This day last year, Mark Kavanagh won.
Pretty exciting.
Are you convinced yet? You've been talking him down all week. You're convinced?
Well, you know, shit, I don't know. He just keeps improving, and we're nowhere near the bottom of him yet.
Did that performance then...
I sort of thought, well, this is a Group 1. I'm going to have to switch him into gear just to make sure he doesn't drop out too much. And as soon as I switched him on, off he goes. He just switches into gear, and I mean, he's like Big Brown, you know, when he was winning his races over in the US. And yeah, he just sort of takes skin. He's going to be pretty scary.
Great day. Well done, Michael.
Thanks a lot, Bold, this horse. In the end, for
nowhere near the bottom of him.
Looking forward to many, many more years as we watch Mark Kavanagh. He's always fantastically theatrical during these big races.
He's almost embarrassed. He was embarrassed
I think
to see the horse win the way that he did.
He made the big call that Who Begot You, the brilliant winner of the Guineas, was better than Weekend Hustler.
Most extraordinary performance I've seen for a long time, Bruce. This horse yesterday, Who Begot. Obviously, it's silly to say that at the moment. You know, Who Begot You, Weekend Hustlers won 7 Group 1s and $3 million. But I think that Who Begot You's performance yesterday was better than Weekend Hustler 12 months ago. Weekend Hustler beat an EI-affected field. I think yesterday's lineup was high class, and he destroyed them with contempt.
That's the case. I want to be on the right side. I agree 100% with Steve Moore on what Steve exactly said yesterday after the race and what he said again this morning. It's the most dominant performance I've seen in the Caulfield Guineas. And yeah, it did actually.
Boom on him the horse all week, and a justified boom. It was proven yesterday, and I don't think the trainer can even believe Mark Kavanagh how good this horse is. Who Begot You. The world is at his feet, and look.
A little later, look, the horse's win, Who Begot You, was devastating. Fabulous win, and look, he looks like a horse, a 3-year-old colt that can be competitive in a Cox Plate to me.
Field Cup, and I can tell you on the tote, $4.60 still for Latorio, and he's the favourite. The Hustler $6.10, and Master O'Reilly
on edge as we're just 14 minutes away from the 131st Caulfield Cup. Latorio favourite on the tote at $4.60. We look forward to an outstanding race in the visiting galloper number 7 Mad Rush. They moment for the Caulfield Cup.
Number 1 is, of course, Weekend Hustler, the mighty Weekend.
Racing in the Caulfield Cup. Weekend Hustler began well. Latorio snagged away. Boundless away quickly, so is Fiumicino. Maldivian looking for a position. Guillotine and Barbaricus are going forward. Weekend Hustler led narrowly down to the judge. Guillotine goes up on his outside with Maldivian. Barbaricus deep out was next as they're preparing to turn out of his run around the outside of Ice Chariot. Master O'Reilly next from Doro Valley. Mad Rush is well back with Nom de Jure. And Judas last of all. It's Barbaricus leading down the side. A length and a half now to Weekend Hustler, getting up to second around Riva San and Guillotine. Then Maldivian and Dolphin Joe. Further back is All the Good, and they're followed by Boundless. Latorio hard at it with Master O'Reilly. Coming around the turn, Barbaricus in front. Weekend Hustler up to level with him around the turn, and then Maldivian. All the Good was next, followed by Guillotine, and then came Latorio. It's Barbaricus, a length and a half on Weekend Hustler. Maldivian and All the Good coming down the outside, and Red Ruler threading through on the inside. All the Goods raced up to Barbaricus. Down the outside, Nom de Jure flashing home. All the Good in front though, racing cleared. Nom de Jure coming home hard, but All the Good 3/4. Nom de Jure, Barbaricus third. Mad Rush flashed home fourth. A real eye catcher for the Melbourne Cup. Then Red Ruler, Latorio, and was next followed by Guillotine, and then came Latorio. It's Barbaricus, a length and a half on Weekend Hustler. Maldivian and All the Good coming down the outside, and Red Ruler threading through on the inside. All the Goods raced up to Barbaricus. Down the outside, Nom de Jure flashing home. All the Good in front though, racing cleared. Nom de Jure coming home hard, but All the Good 3/4. Nom de Jure, Barbaricus third. Mad Rush flashed home fourth. A real eye catcher for the Melbourne Cup. Then Red Ruler, Latorio, and further back then Master O'Reilly viewed. Ice Chariot, Weekend Hustler, Boundless. She's followed then by behind these Maldivian, who weakens, and then Guillotine.
Time 2:27.4 in the Caulfield Cup.
What a run by Mad Rush, you're right, heading towards the Melbourne Cup. What a run, All the Good, 51.90 on the tote.
How was they are, Steve?
I think he's probably last as we pick it up there. He's inside, so he's probably second last, I think, is the horse we're trying to pick up. Yep.
So watch for him as he manoeuvres through here and gets a bit of a bumping duel along the way, and we'll get to Wally shortly as you look for the runs on the outside. Master O'Reilly, Nom de Jure, one from the outside going forward, chasing the winner, getting past Latorio there. That's Richie's concern. Red Ruler okay up the fence too.
Yeah, a good performance from Red Ruler, but that's Mad Rush in those maroon colours with the gold, and he finished the race off very, very strongly. Went to the line probably better than anything in the race, in my view.
Chad to
within 70 metres you'd think would be ideal. I certainly wouldn't give up on Weekend Hustler, even up to 10 furlongs, 2,000 metres. Certainly not at a mile and a half. But he was obviously had a torrid run when he ran in the Turnbull yesterday, failed to stay. Ross McPaddock.
And
did you back the winner?
A little bit on the winner. I'm a sucker for the European long shots, and congratulations to Godolphin. They've been trying for 10 years, and they probably deserve to win a big one.
On a change of training tactics to get Moldavian over the line.
He actually jumped a few hurdles yesterday and relished the thought of that, so that sometimes gets him back concentrating.
Cope and Samantha Miss remain at the top of Cox Plate betting, but both girls have eased in the market amid a flurry of money for Moldavian. For the latest
$3.80 each of two, but easy $11 out to 12. This is where the money has been. Moldavian, $17 after the barrier draw on Tuesday, into $14 in today. A bet of $10,000 at $14 to collect $140,000, and Moldavian is the one that they've come for. Solid support there.
Steve, but Samantha Miss the favourite, 440, Steve.
She is here, yes, Samantha Miss at Moonee Valley, 15 minutes away from the Cox Plate. She's $4 out to $4.40.
Racing. Samantha Miss jumped away, one of the first out. Moldavian, Zarita both got away well. There's Thesio fired out of the barrier stalls. And also Rahi, but Thesio crossed down with Moldavian on his inside. They lead down to the judge. 2 lengths Rahi, 1100 to go. They're not going all that hard. Moldavian by a length and a half. Thesio settled a bit better. 2 lengths to Rahi. 10 covered them. 800 left to go. And Moldavian by a length and a half. Thesio second. They're zipping on an early move. He's gone up third. Followed Zarita. Rahib under pressure. Next Samantha Miss. Sermione coming on out wide from Gallant Test. Sailor Gear Alamosa. Then Master O'Reilly and Princess Coper's back last. Less than 600 to go now. Moldavian headed by Thesio, zipping on the outside. Rahib coming back in the middle, a line of 4. A length and a half Samantha Miss, who's running onto the outside, and then Zarita and Alamosa swinging for home. Again Moldavian finds the lead from Thesio. Rahib zipping, and Samantha Miss and Zarita behind them. Moldavian for home, led by 2 lengths. Down the outside is zipping Samantha Miss, and then came Zarita. It's Moldavian well clear. Samantha Miss running on strongly. Zipping coming back, but Moldavian wins it. Moldavian a length to Zipping. A half head Samantha Miss, I think third just in front of Zarita. They're followed in by Thesio, Sailor Gear, and then Gallant Test, Princess Cope, Never a Hope, Master O'Reilly, Alamosa, Rahib and Sermione.
What an amazing Cox Plate. Moldavian, there are the scenes with Mark Kavanagh taking out the Tattersalls Cox Plate. He was emotional after the win of Hooper Gotcha.
I would have liked to have, you know, I thought never underestimate schooling and blinkers on as a build first time, and I had it up my sleeve, and I've had it there since last year, and it was the final card that I had to throw out.
It was the last throw of the dice, or you had it?
It was the trump card, but I had them all. That I had not done a thing with him, and we'd started tinkering with his gear, this preparation, but the final card was always going to be the blinkers.
And the jumping, you always thought you wanted to jump in.
This horse for Mark, but as he said, it's easy to train them when they're going well. He's done a great job with this horse.
Good performance, great ride, Michael Roddy's good
stuff, but it was very slow yesterday. 1:20.4 for the first 12:40. In Might and Power's year, he ran 30 lengths quicker, about 1:15.6. Sunline used to run about 1:17.5 when she was winning the Cox Plate, so good luck to them.
And who cares? I mean,
it just didn't work. I don't think the best horse won on the day. I know Moldavian, full respect to him, he's a great horse, but you know, I really think he sort of had it given to him today, and I was solid inside the last furlong, but I was just really...
What do you think of all that? Well, supposed to be the Weight for Age Championship of Australia. Geez, there was some dumb rides in it. But full credit to Mark Kavanagh. He had a sensational day, but like I say, it was just a walk in the park. The race was all over at the 800-metre mark there, Graham. They've charged home there in 34 seconds. And
34?
Yeah, look, they've just left... The back markers no hope. Of the jockeys, you'd give the Rod 10 out of 10, you'd probably give Nikolic 5 out of 10, and probably Dwayne Dunn 4 out of 10. The rest get 0.
Right. You only gave Danny Nikolic a 5 out of 10. I think you're a bit harsh there because on zipping.
I probably was. Look,
no, that was a good move.
He had to make a move, and Danny's a great judge of speed, and he'll live by his decision there. And a lot of people were bagging him after the race, but when you assess the situation, it was a wise move.
If he'd have stayed back with Princess Cope and the rest at the back of the field waiting to make one,
he would have finished with them.
He would have finished back with them.
Yeah, exactly.
It was an inspired move. It was a risky move. It didn't win the race, but I think it paid off.
Yeah.
I think he finished 3 lengths ahead of where he would have been.
And Samantha Miss was very brave. She just...
They just keep coming here today. This is the Crown McKinnon Stakes, of course.
5 to 1 hasn't budged. Ice Chariot $30, Rampant Lion $50 to 1, Viewed $16, Latorio $5.50 hasn't budged, $3.60 out to $4.20. So punters treading a little warily here, I think, in this McKinnon.
Left to go. Arlington, a length Barbaricus, a length Thesio, our Smoking Joe. 1.5 away, Red Ruler as they neared the turn. He's over on the inside in 5th placing. They're about to wind it up at the 600 metres and come for home now. Back behind those as they swing around the turn is Rampant Lion. Ice Chariot peels out the widest. Laturio's inside him. Princess Cape, she's still well back trying to weave clear. Arlington leads from Barbaricus. Thesio, our Smoking Joe's still there. Followed further back then. Red Ruler's under the whip. Here's Sermione and Ice Chariot the deepest. Viewed having a bit of a bump there at the 200. Barbaricus sprinted to the lead now from Thesio. Sermione, our Smoking Joe. It's Barbaricus clear at the 100 metres. Thesio coming after him strongly. Barbaricus a half. Thesio tries hard. He lifts the last little bit. Dive. Oh boy! I don't know either. Barbaricus or Thesio. Sermione third. Behind them then Arlington's close up with Red Rule.
He's got up, I reckon. Thesio. Gay Waterhouse will win for the 4th time. The McKinnon Stakes. How's that for a record with another miler? Thesio, Girawilla. So
every horse that she gets can take it, can't they? She's the best trainer I've ever rode for, mate. You know, I'd say that from the heart. She's
Viewed was involved in a bumping duel at about the 300-metre mark. So, from a Melbourne Cup point of view, perhaps you forgive him. Red Ruler
$3. Your Cornella $28.60 down to your trifecta $330. The
counted that was on the winning post 2-3-8-4. Dashed home though 33.80, made it impossible for those back slowly run races.
So Bruce was very slowly run out in 1-5 first 1,000 and zipped home in 58.5, which makes it a bit difficult to assess horses.
A couple of the others there, I think Viewed is a total forgive there. If he gets to Cup Day and gets a shower of rain, I think he's right there. In fact, I think he's Bart's #1 pick there.
Last race of Super Saturday, a massive crowd here. We're hearing maybe up to 110,000. We're charged John Egan, rather. This is of Yellowstone, which was past fit to run, of course, for currently on course $4.80. So he's come in from $5.50 to $4.80. He is, of course, the half to the very good mare in Private Steer.
Opened up $4.60 out to $5.50, back into $4.80. He's a bit of a crush in here in the last. He might be a market mover in the final race.
For Les Bridge, we'll see what happens. Final race
in the 9th. Now they've had a huge whack at All Silent. $5.50 it got out to, now into $4.40. So this has been one of the better goes of the day.
A length and a half, Tears I Cry, being followed by Stickpin going up on his outside. All Silent the rail, and then came El Cambio. 2 lengths to Friday Creek as they come past the 800. Then Cape Malcolm, Mr. Baritone. A length and a half, Diganero, Blue Tigeroo and Double Dare brought up the rear. Coming up towards the home turn now, and at the 600 metres it's going to be Sniper's Bullet, the leader into the straight from Royal Discretion, Helideck. Right behind those horses, Turfontaine, who's needing it out as they swing for home, and then for Les. Pinnacle's getting up on the inside, and All Silent is following him through there. And wider out then came Stickpin. Sniper's Bullet nears the 300 in front of Royal Discretion. Then Pinnacles and All Silent getting up near the inside. Sniper's Bullet the leader though. At the 200 is a length and a half. All Silent getting through. He's coming up on the inside, All Silent. Sniper's Bullet from All Silent. Pinnacles. Sniper's Bullet in front. All Silent railed through though, and Ollie got him home. All Silent beats Sniper's Bullet. Stickpin a length and a half. Third, Turfontaine fourth. Then came Mr. Baritone Friday's Helideck.
Well, Damien Oliver, we know what a great rider he is, and he's...
Pinnacle's getting up on the inside, and All Silent is following him through there. And wider out then came Stickpin. Sniper's Bullet nears the 300 in front of Royal Discretion. Then Pinnacles and All Silent getting up near the inside. Sniper's Bullet the leader though. At the 200 is a length and a half. All Silent getting through. He's coming up on the inside, All Silent. Sniper's Bullet from All Silent. Pinnacles. Sniper's Bullet in front. All Silent railed through though, and Ollie got him home. All Silent beat Sniper's Bullet. Stickpin a length and a half, third to El Cambio, just behind
so
those.
All Silent takes out the final race, and we've just heard Graham Begg saying on course that the horse will go on towards the Emirates next Saturday. He will back up in the...
Now riding...
Guinea Run, good horse, gets into the Emirates now, and the favourite completed
Pretty bad.
And look, was run down over the concluding stages by a very good galloper in All Silent. We saw it in the Epsom Handicap. All the forms worked out around it, so you can take... And I'll tell you what, I have never seen Graham Begg and his father Neville with such a big smile on their face yesterday. Hasn't had a hard run, and it goes on to the Emirates, and it'll back up very, very well indeed.
I think you're 100% right there, Alf, because saying, well, next week's our target, and they were sort of implying that we don't want it to have a hard run this.
But it had to win to get in it.
And he rode it softly, and it was like a track gallop. I think he'll back up really, really well next week.
$7.50. Mad Rush, $6 into $5.50. And we have two market movers in the Melbourne Cup. They're Nom de Jure and Mad Rush. They're the ones they've come for.
Well, they both look great. We didn't get a good look at Nom de Jure. We'll see if we are able to pick him up. But absolutely sensational. So relaxed heading out. You know, he's a stallion. A lot of these European horses are stallions. And I think what's really added to the Melbourne Cup, we know what happened.
Well on the inside and sailed Sail Again. Master O'Reilly. Gyno dropped in. Nom de Jure seemed to get away okay. Feud handy too. Septimus is going up with Red Lord. Prize Lady is coming over. Quick Rio last. They're up towards the turn. Alessandra Volta had the lead. 2 lengths to Septimus. 2 lengths to Honolulu. Boundless running on. Got up into 4th. Followed by Moatees running on the outside. Barbaricus under pressure. Feud coming with a run. Profound Beauty getting to the outside from Barra Bay, and then Red Lord and Gyno as they sweep to the turn. Honolulu dropped down right out quickly, and Septimus has the lead. Boundless is coming after him. Alessandra Volta's beaten off. Feud running on. Profound Beauty and Gyno down the outside. Moatees putting in his run. Boundless hit the lead at the 400 metres. Feud dashed to the front now. Feud raced away from them from Moatees. Here's Profound Beauty running home. Bowers coming down the outside, and Sailor Gear. Feud is clear though. 200 metres to go. Bauer ran to second. Sailor Gear coming home hard. Feud in front. Bauer's a big danger. Feud by a neck. Bauer's getting there. Feud holding on. Bauer dives. Feud knows the Bauer, I think. 2 lengths away. Sailor Gear might have got the third from Master O'Reilly. Photos all round. Then Profound Beauty and Moatees. Further back in the field. In the front now. Feud raced away from them from Moatees. Here's Profound Beauty running home. Bowers coming down the outside, and Sailor Gear. Feud is clear though. 200 metres to go. Bauer ran to second. Sailor Gear coming home hard. Feud in front. Bauer's a big danger. Feud by a neck. Bauer's getting there. Feud holding on. Bauer dives. Feud a nose to Bauer, I think. 2 lengths away, Sailor Gear might have got the third from Master O'Reilly. Photos all round. Then Profound Beauty and Moatees.
Look, Blake's not sure. We're not sure. Bauer has got there, and I reckon Bart has won 12. He has won his 12th Melbourne Cup. He's 81 next Friday.
In there, he's come back to scale with his fist raised. There are the totes for you. $41 in New South Wales and $12 the play. $6.90 Bauer, $8.10 for Sailor Gear. And that is the way they finished in the 2008 Melbourne Cup.
Of them, look, his record is extraordinary. I think it's interesting to look not so much at his number of runners, firstly, is to look at the number of years that he's had a runner in the Melbourne Cup, which is 41. So he's batting 12 from 41, not much worse than 1 in 3. He's 12 from 37 since he won it with light fingers. I think if you deleted a couple of the years when he had horses who simply had no chance, if we treat this race as a major, as they would in the golf, he's had 52 of his 80 runners run top 10. He's had 32 of the 80 run top 6, 21 of the 80 run 1, 2, 3. And of course, to win it 12 times, a strike rate of not much worse than 1 in 3. It is 1 in 3 since he first won it with light fingers. And to me, and with the greatest respect to the families of Colin Hayes and Tommy Smith, he has no peer.
Unbelievable performance, Rich.
Feud holding on. Bauer dives. Feud a nose to Bauer, I think. 2 lengths away. Sailor Gear.
Well, I tell you what, Blake, the adrenaline would have been pumping there as you raced to the lead at the 200 metre mark, mate.
Yeah, it was, Graham. At the 200, I started to think, oh no, I went too early, and I could sense Bauer coming. But you know, to my horse's credit, the more I asked of him, the more he responded, and I just felt Bauer's run had probably peaked about 50 out, and my horse kept...
$50.
Okay. Apparently bet $1.85, and as soon as they put up that $1.85, they were knocked off their stands. The tote odds will start to come down. $2.20, you'll see a big bet from one of the bookmakers throwing something on that if it's going to hold up getting closer to start time with me to say you've got to think that there won't be a great deal of speed.
The Bear's going to corner narrowly. She's swinging down towards the turn with Miss Scarlatti and Glow Lamp in close attendance. Then Lunar Lights a stay wide out from Rocha. The field bunching right up. Brubel's down on the inside. Out wider then Samantha Miss. Bowman's got her into the clear. She's about 5 lengths off the leader. She's poised for her run. Rocha taking off to try and get out after these leaders. It's Oval Affair, Miss Scarlatti and Glow Lamp. Rocha running on, and Miss now on the outside. Samantha Miss is starting to hit her straps, and she's joined in quickly at the 300 metres now. And Samantha Miss dashed to the lead, drew a length and a half in front of Miss Scarlatti, Rocha and Glow Lamp. But it's Samantha Miss, the Sydney Princess well clear, racing away from them. The favourite has it in the bag, and Samantha Miss scored in the Oaks by 3 lengths to Miss Scarlatti. LA Wonder might have got up and got third from Rocha and Thick Money. A photo all round for that place. Samantha Miss, the Sydney Princess well clear, racing away from them. The favourite has it in the bag, and Samantha Miss scored in the Oaks by 3 lengths to Miss Scarlatti. LA Wonder might have got up and got third from Rocha and Thick Money. A photo hard run, but the favourite has delivered. Finally, a short one has got home in one of the big ones of the...
Just how good is Samantha Miss? Oh, she's the best mare I've ridden, or filly, and she just keeps stepping up to the plate.
And Think Money also running into 4th placing as you...
Of course, she was a Group 1 winner already, Princess Series in Sydney, but she is a future star of Australian racing. Well, she already is a star.
There's no doubt about that. Huey Bowman hasn't been beaten on her since she ran second in the size produce behind Sebring. Of course, she won the Champagne, and then this year as a 3-year-old, well, she's been awesome.
Of the day, this is the Group 1 Patnack Farm Classic. There he is, the cat, the Apache cat, and coming off 5 straight Group 1s.
Yes, he's been a remarkable horse and superbly. An Apache cat fan, you better jump in a helicopter and get to Flemington. He's $1.95 on track. They put up $1.65, out to $1.95, and they're betting to 104%, which I'd say is almost unprecedented. Even money on track here, Apache Cat. Swick Spect 21 into 17. They can't lay Apache Cat extraordinarily. $1.65 out to $2 with a market at 104%.
Now about 600 left to go, and Apache Cat is up in the leading division. Keen Commander just shading him on the outside. Mono Rules and Belmer handy down on the inside. Then came Sunburnt Land. He's tracking up right behind Apache Cat, and then Great as Great and Tramontana, followed by Turfontaine. Coming past the 400 metre mark now. Gee, the favourite's gone. Apache Cat under the whip, and he's battling only. Keen Commander tackled by Sunburnt Land and Belmer on the inside. Inside the 200 metres, Sunburnt Land goes to the lead. Here comes Swick and Turfontaine. They're flashing home. Sunburnt Land in front. But Bart's going to do it again. Swick raced up on the outside, and Swick has got up to win it by Nick to Turfontaine. Father-son Quinella. Sunburnt Land has run third. Then Tramontana, Triple Honour, Diplomatic Force. Apache Cat, well, he was gone a long, long way out. Then...
Well, we didn't expect that, did we? I mean, Pat told us about the big betting move for Swick. 21s into 16s, a lot shorter on the tote. Tees on the first day. Bart's on his 251st Group 1. I mean, if
got a nice number to it, Bart. On the roll again now. Took a while to get to the 250, but if we get another 100, I'll be happy. Yeah, there's no stopping you now.
So Swick takes out the Patnack Farm Classic, the first of the Group 1s on the final day of the Flemington Cup Carnival. 251st Group 1 winner for Bart Cummings. He's quite amazing.
Well, father beats son. Bart beats Anthony, and they all beat Apache Cat. More on him shortly, but Swick finally cracks it in a Group 1 up the straight. Sunburn.
I guess that man, Bart, again, the numbers are just amazing, aren't they? We talk about the Cup, well, 9 Newmarket, 7 Lightnings and 8 versions of whatever this is now.
This is a Suts runner here in the Group 1 Emirates. On track, we'll have a look at the bookmakers' odds for you as the totes come up on screen. We're about 12 minutes away from this Group 1 team. All silent, 5 out to 6.
Good in that Group 3. First up, the Amy Stakes winning over Sniper's Bullet.
Well, a really good performance.
Get out. All silent currently $6.50.
Hunters working on the theory that this, cushion in the ground's probably a pluck.
And the Conquering jump well down on the inside. Valedictum snagged back, and so was Sea Battle and Orange County going forward wide, and then All Silent. They're followed by Mentality, caught 3 wide. Malcolm Brock in the middle. 1.5, Mr. Baritone. Royal Discretion handy to these. Then came All Silent as they go down towards the home turn. Then came Nicanero and Mentality as they come round the turn, being followed by Malcolm well back on the fence, and so too Valedictum, being trailed then by Sniper's Bullet, Serious Speed, Cargo Cult. They've bunched, and Sea Battle at the end of the field. Conquering around the home turn, 1.5 lengths in front of Bank Robber. Dealer Principal, Middle Brock, and in the grey Orange County. Malcolm getting up on the inside, All Silent getting over heels. Nicanero coming down the outside. Conquering tackled by Bank Robber, Middle Brock. All Silent starting to run on Nicanero, and Sea Battle the widest runner. Bank Robber hit the lead at the 200. All Silent comes out after him and claims him very quickly. Sea Battle running on, but it's All Silent streaking away from them. All Silent open right up to Wayne Dunn and won it by 3 lengths to Sea Battle. Middle Brock third. Bank Robber ran fourth, and then Dealer Principal. Then trailed further back by Conquering, and Conquering around the home turn, 1.5 lengths in front of Bank Robber. Dealer Principal, Middle Brock, and then the grey Orange County. Malcolm getting up on the inside, All Silent getting over heels. Nicanero coming down the outside. Conquering tackled by Bank Robber, Middle Brock. All Silent starting to run on Nicanero, and Sea Battle the widest runner. Bank Robber hit the lead at the 200. All Silent comes out after him and claims him very quickly. Sea Battle running on, but it's All Silent streaking away from them. All Silent open right up for Dwayne Dunn and won it by 3 lengths to Sea Battle. Middle Brock third. Bank Robber ran fourth, and then Dealer Principal. They trailed further, and he has just raced away, All Silent, for a highly impressive win.
Well, he's
put the double together, has Graham Biff from
20 and 260 for the winner.
Pretty similar across the board there.
Performance, outstanding finishing sectionals there by All Silent, the least experienced horse in the race, with Dealer Principal. Gave them a lesson. Sea Battle, excellent wide.
All Silent probably join a list of 2 or 3 others as the most emphatic Group 1 winner of the spring, I think.
Out very strongly, and I was happy enough with his run.
And that was something that I agree with you on. The tempo of that race, Bank Robber stuck on well, Middle Brock stuck on well. They were right on top of the speed. OK, Sea Battle came home nicely, but that's only a testament to All Silent's turn of foot. To be able to produce that sort of explosive acceleration when they're probably splitting fairly quickly the last 400 metres is a testament to a horse with a lot of talent. And you'll notice here, as he comes up outside Middle Brock here, he's going to work past her, and he's just going to, you know, work to the lead, and you'll watch, he changes onto his Melbourne leg, and you'll see it quite plainly. I think it's about here somewhere, bang, right? When he gets onto his Melbourne leg, away he goes. I reckon he's a natural, the Melbourne way of going.
Jeez, he's a, how good is he? That's the question. Like, we say it's only his 11th, we say it's only his 11th start, what is it, his 6th win or whatever, and he could be real good. He could be real.
It is the Classic coming up, and here is the market. It's been betting, they've been betting on this since Thursday. It's all been money for Zipping. Oh, gee, isn't he tight in the toe? 170, 160, 180, 210 on course at the moment. They bet
now, and first around the bend will be Red Ruler from Doro Valley. 1.5 lengths to Light Vision and Borkhurst together. Reggie on the inside. They're followed then by Red Lord coming, and Zipping is the widest runner, and Cape Cover down on the inside. Inside the 400-metre mark now, and Doro Valley raced up, and he's gone to the lead from Red Ruler and Borkhurst. 2 lengths to Light Vision. Zipping's got some work to do. Red Ruler kicking back, and on the outside Doro Valley with 100 to go. They're fighting it out with Zipping absolutely launching. Doro Valley in front. Zipping grabbed him, won. Oh boy, last stride. Zipping got there to 2 lengths to Light Vision. Zipping's got some work to do. Red Ruler kicking back, and on the outside Doro Valley with 100 to go. They're fighting it out with Zipping absolutely launching. Doro Valley in front. Zipping grabbed him, won. Oh boy, last stride. Zipping got there to beat Doro Valley and Red Ruler. Light Vision, Road to Rock, and then Reggie just behind those horses.
Was to he just let loose that last 200. We'll get those sectionals for you later, Steve.
I'm not sure that Michael Rodd was quite as confident as Greg Miles, given the angle of his head there on the line.
Had a look over, like,
you know, the top 3 or 4 stays on screen as Zipping $2, $1.90, $2 across the
Melbourne Cup was Zipping did get there, making it 12 wins from 34 starts, making it back-to-back wins in this race and giving punters a big collect. $2.60 bet on Thursday, Friday into $2.05.
Major chances as runners parade for the feature event this afternoon on Sky. It's the clash we've been anticipating for some weeks now, isn't it? Apache Cat and Takeover Target has been, if you can.
By Marasco, Royal Lot, then Hips Don't Lie and Innovation, Homeward Bound and Danny Bow on the outside, eyeballing Takeover Target. Brown looking for a run behind them with Apache Cat, then had to be Clorker. Ford makes his move and Takeover Target boots a length and a half with Apache Cat getting off the fence. He's closing rapidly. Takeover Target, Apache Cat, Takeover Target, nearly a dead heat. Give it to Takeover Target, a nose Apache Cat. Eyeballing Takeover Target. Brown looking for a run behind them with Apache Cat, then had to be Clorker. Ford makes his move and Takeover Target boots a length and a half with Apache Cat getting off the fence. He's closing rapidly. Takeover Target, Apache Cat, Takeover Target, nearly a dead heat. Give it to Takeover Target, a nose Apache Cat. Great finish. Marasco flying home late, followed by Had to be Clorker. Danny Bow ran a race. Royal Lot, followed by Innovation, Surprise Impact, and Hips Don't Lie. It's a thriller. Takeover Target, Apache Cat, late. And these two superstars, the race that was billed to be everything. And he's got it. Takeover Target wins the Winterbottom Stakes.
If you didn't like that, then you're hard to please. That's one of the best races you'll ever see. All the hype and the talk and the anticipation and the opinions flying around. And
well, ladies and gentlemen, you've today witnessed one of the great and epic battles on the WA turf. You've seen two superstars in Takeover Target, and it's a standing ovation at Ascot Racecourse.
Fighting out a finish, and that certainly does lift the spirits. What a race. What a race.
What a race, what a finish. Good morning to you.
Morning, Graham. Yeah, two champions there, and I think you've got to say Apache Cat's improvement's been marked. I mean, it's been fantastic. And
out to $6 has had good support for Gay Waterhouse. Of the others in the betting, Carlton 40, 11 to 13, Paprika 262.40, So Blends 17.16, Racing Pegasus $9 to 11, Horizon 7.
The gates open, they're off and racing. Paprika came out in about the second half of the field. Big Tony was the 50, and then Moonlight, Hussey and Fast Lover is last. They're on the bend, 500 metres left to go. It's Big Tony and Double Heart coming around the bend in front of Psychics, Racing Pegasus, and here is Paprika. Pulled out to make a run. Carlton forwards on its back, and they're followed by Our Dreaming Kaplens and Shadow Assassins trying to get his way through. In the straight, Double Heart, Psychics and Paprika led. Carlton forward, followed by Fairchild coming to the 200, and Paprika went to the lead. Motown Ladies getting up on the fence, and Feelin' Ready's coming late. Paprika the leader, Feelin' Ready and Motown Lady, the three of them are coming to the line, and Feelin' Ready. Feelin' Ready got up and won the millions from either Paprika or Motown Lady. Shadow Assassins probably fourth in front of Horizon's Carlton forward. The next time is Fairchild. Feelin' Ready. $76, $99 and $90 depending where you bet. Jason Holder for Bruce McLaughlin has come from nowhere down the...
Who's been the best back. Not be long before they're called in here. I thought Chester Jester.
He'd make a lovely size horse. Well, here he is today winning the Magic Millions.
Good on you, Bruce. Yeah, father and son combination there. Jason and Bruce McLaughlin.
Give him his chance and one go at him, you know.
Well, we've always had the opinion, and Dad has always said he'll be a sire Castlemaine horse, 1,400 a mile. He'd be a lovely 3-year-old. He's crying out for 7 furlongs.
Development here. The Group 1 Futurity Stakes has been postponed indefinitely. I can't give you a reason why. Now, they've broken the news to jockey Craig Newitt that his father's been killed in a car accident outside of Mornington, and Shane, you've been down in the area. He's determined to ride in this race.
Yeah, I've been watching all the drama unfold.
And on the tote, 2:30 on course. Blood fantastic for Craig Newitt. Good luck, Craig. 390 into 370, the same as the tote.
This has turned into an anticlimax, but anyway.
Group 1 begins in quite a fall of sadness at Caulfield, and Time Matters was the first one to bounce out on his outside. Annenkopf narrowly from Time Matters as they come around the turn, and Alamos is right there to threaten. Light Fantastic just a length and a half away. Nicanero edging away from the fence as they corner. Time Matters goes to the lead. Alamos are after it immediately as they swing for home, and the crowd starting to roar for Craig. He's winding up the grey. Light Fantastic at the 200. Alamos narrowly nicely. Light Fantastic. Hewitt's pulled the whip in the left hand and he put his head in front. What an emotion charge finish it is. Light Fantastic. Alamosa kicks back. Nicanero flashes home and grabs them all. Nicanero wins it for the second year running. Light Fantastic, a great ride and a great second with Alamosa third. Just behind them to finish then.
It's like this today.
No, very sad for. It was going to be a great moment for Craig, but Nico's been a great old horse and would have been a bit unlucky to lose. He was sort of boxed in. Hustler's probably just a bit better than him, but he's as good as most other horses in Victoria.
Looked off this last year. Wait for Craig Williams to in those dramatic 30 minutes prior to the race. It was an amazing day, something that I think we'll never experience again. But Steve Moran's on Nicanero's fourth Group 1.
Yeah, he's been a wonderful horse, and I think he's been placed 17 times at Group 1 level. So even to run in 17 Group 1s is a great effort.
It is.
And really, I don't think there was a person on course that at the 200 was hoping that, you know, it was going to be an Ollie moment. And it would have been great, but it was... someone won and it had to be us, unfortunately. But
$15 quote. Arapo missed right out to 50 to 1. Zagreb, as I said, he was the absolute standout outside Thesio, who just looks incredibly fit. But Zagreb, listed winner last campaign. And
now the Dahlia Australian Cup field is swinging for home and it's Preeminence, the leader. Thesio's been right there every step of the way. He's had a good run, the favourite. Road to Rock comes out 3 wide. They're on the swing for home now. They're being followed by Zarita in behind the leading horses with Zagreb and Borghurst handy enough. Swinging for home now. Preeminence headed by Thesio and Road to Rock goes with the favourite. Zarita's right behind them. Waiting. No run at the moment. Zagreb comes on. Road to Rock with Thesio having a fight on his hands. Nash pulled the whip. Thesio, Road to Rock, 2 lengths in front of Zagreb. Then Nicanero coming home. Thesio finds. It's the front at the 100 metres. Drew a length. Zagreb is coming with Nicanero. They're closing on Thesio. They hit it. Thesio last, I think, to beat Nicanero and Zagreb, with Thesio having a fight on his hands. Nash pulled the whip. Thesio, Road to Rock, 2 lengths in front of Zagreb. Then Nicanero coming home. Thesio finds. It's the front at the 100 metres. Drew a length. Zagreb is coming with Nicanero. They're closing on Thesio. They hit it. Thesio last, I think, to beat Nicanero and Zagreb. Photo finishes. Behind those to finish the Rita Scenic Shot, Master O'Reilly. Further back...
It's the Dahlia Australian Cup. The camera is Thesio. Will wait on the bob. Maybe it's not. On the outside, it is Nicanero that has taken out the Dahlia Australian Cup with a great run. You can see being pushed right at the Australian Cup.
Yes, a 5th Group 1 win for this extraordinary horse. I think we went through his record last week. Number 10, Zarita, and then just behind them, Scenic Shot.
Looking at that replay, he just had his head down, Thesio, but inch on him. And
one triumph for David Hayes, 1st and 3rd. Thesio Gallant running 2nd. Disappointment for Connections there, but at 8 here. You know, these aren't great horses. He's a wonderful horse, Nicanero. He's a wonderful horse, there's no doubt. But he's not. He's won 3. He's not Vo Rogue, Better Loosen Up, Superimpose.
No. Be kept for another day. 3 All Silent, $5 to $6. Number 4 El Cambio, $6 into $4.80. Very good money for Forensics. $6 into $4.80. And the bottom one though has been rock solid. 10 Northern Meteor, $2.40.
Come off the speed. He's running 3rd on the inside. Then came Mentality, followed by Royal Discretion. 2 to All Silent, Black Piranha, and the stablemates are back at the rear. Forensics and El Cambio on the swing for home, and the leader Murder Gel. Northern Meteor's got plenty of room to come through. Triple Honour on his outside. 2 to Royal Discretion, and then came All Silent. El Cambio. Forensics is still back at the rear. I don't like Northern Meteor at the moment. Triple Honour raced up to take the lead from Murder Gel. All Silent is flying down the centre. Here comes All Silent. He raced up for Oliver to take the lead. Forensics is charging home later. All Silent in front of Forensics. All Silent wins it. All Silent won it by a neck on Forensics. 3rd home Royal Discretion from Black Piranha. Then Northern Meteor.
Because you told us pre-race that it did run well today, but the Doncaster's a lot more improvement.
He won with something up the sleeve here, All Silent. He's a very, very good horse, but I'd
terrific job with him, and the horse is rewarding him. He is going to the next level. I think he's the dominant sprinter miler, probably miler in the country at the moment.
$1. Number 3 Metal Bender, $4.40 favourite. Cayman's out to make that Metal Bender $4.60 equal favourite.
This horse has won 4 of 6, including the Group 1 Randwick Guineas last time out. He's just getting out to $4.80 on course now.
You just got a Rebel Raider. Metal Bender's been $3.80 out to $5, just back into $4.80 now. That Australian market move. We'll get back to it. 6 into $4.80. Rhino.
Back there off and racing. Rhino Chaser came out poorly. He's missed the start by about 4 lengths. Rich Endowment was well. He's about to wind him up from Rhino Chaser. And Preeminence last of all. Sousa paused the pressure on now to go up and hit the lead as they turn for home in the Dubai Rosehill Guineas. Lead back is running second. Roman Emperor comes up on the outside. Metal Bender only a length and a half away. Then Rock Kingdom to beat coming down the outside with Caymans. The leader Sousa from Roman Emperor. Rock Kingdom on the outside trying to get to the Metal Bender coming up on the inside. And then Caymans down the outside. Sousa's just got the lead. Rock Kingdom's about to pounce on the outside and Metal Bender along the rail. Rock Kingdom, Sousa and Metal Bender. 3 of them hit the line locked together. Give it to Metal Bender. I think the inside may have just got there. Metal Bender from either Rock Kingdom or Sousa. Then Caymans followed by Roman Emperor to beat.
Rosehill Guineas, it does look, it is Metal Bender, and I would say possibly Sousa's.
With us, Randwick Guineas the other day, Rosehill Guineas today. He's a serious 3-year-old, this bloke.
Yeah, he can stay all day. He's very, very strong, you know.
$90 the trifecta, $291. Officially fourth, number 4, Caymans.
The $3.5 million race, the world's richest race for 2-year-olds. Real Saga 420 ahead of More Joyous at $4.60, Rich.
Yeah, he's a sporting bet market mover in the Golden Slipper. $5 into $4, just getting back to $4.20.
20 on course, and the totes trimmed up from $7 into $4.80. Now we've got Delago Bolt in the Ocean about to make its way into the gates. Bowman's hopped off Indian Ocean. He's back in front of only about 4 or 5 runners. Wanted's back with him with Feeling Ready. And then Mark Porter now, Joan of Arc last of all. Beedman's taken More Joyous to the front in the Golden Slipper. More Joyous will lead for home from the stablemate Horizons. Reward for effort and Zinkman. Then came Indian Ocean on the inside, followed further back behind them by Manhattan Rain and Melito. Real Saga's trying to go up along the inside, but it's still a mile back. Reward for effort took over now from in second spot More Joyous. And then we've got Feeling Ready, who's coming right through along the inside. Feeling Ready has gone through, and now some sweepers are coming wide. Headway and Manhattan Rain, but it's Feeling Ready. Feeling Ready's got the slip at his mercy. And Feeling Ready won it. Photo second and third, Manhattan Rain or Headway. Then Real Saga, so anyway. Followed by Mark Ward and Delago Bolt.
You seem to have this about him. He got into the Magic Million by the skin of his teeth and won it, and he got into the Slipper by the skin of his teeth and won it. He's got a training dynasty.
And we see Brad Rawiller now just unsaddling Feeling Ready, the Magic Millions and Gold.
I got to the front of it a little bit soon, but yeah, on straightening, I hadn't asked for him yet, and my feeling was I'm going to win a Golden Slipper. I was that confident, and 200 from home, I'm thinking, what am I going to do for my salute?
He gets $6. Kenny Kidd still punch leads. We saw those pallets and Old Jock in the Derby. Now, speaking of Killaton, he's coming up toward lead for home from Swiss Ace. Black Prince was next. Hurry Choices wide. Gold Trail back on the rail. And then Gamble Me and Cap Hero followed further back by Red Element. And then Olanada and Nakoni's getting to the outside and starting to hit the line strongly. It's Keen Commander in front from Swiss Ace and Hurry Choice. Then Cap Hero and Nakoni and Gold Trail's got right up along the rail. Swiss Ace and Gold Trail, but Nakoni flashes the beam on the outside. The 3-year-old hits the lead, and the Galaxy's over. It's Nakoni winning it from Dan Lee, got second. Gold Trail third, Swiss Ace fourth. Then El Cambio, followed by Olanana. Back behind them next, we've got Jude fourth. And
Trailer speaking through my pocket a little bit. Geez, I think the second horse was unlucky. He just saw rump stake. This horse. Yeah, there's the English interim dividend. 16 Nakoni, $6.250. 5 Dan Lee, 5.20. 12 Gold Trail to beat the winner. I always talk through my kickers, you know, Bruce. Yeah, as soon as once you watch the replay, the winner went home too good for Dan Lee. But Dan Lee's run.
Be a super contest here. The Group 1 Sydney City Lexus TJ Smith Stakes, Rich. TJ Smith Stakes, Rich.
Caroline, it is a race on track by the bookmakers. Who can get Takeover Target out the quickest? I can't believe it. He's out to $6, punters, here on track. Number 1, Takeover Target, $6. Number 2, Apache Cat Target. He got out to $6. I still can't believe it.
The punter said, that's ridiculous. We'll take that. He's in the 550. 2 Apache Cats been rock solid, 280 to $3. Racing
past it. Takeover Targets racing Northern Meteor for the lead. They're starting to slow up after going out a little bit hard early on, and he's going to get the front on his own Takeover Target. The People's Champ leading out by a length on in second spot, Northern Meteor. The Coney's popped off the fence in the third spot, and Apache Cats going up 3 wide. Racing to win behind them, and Belmur last, only about 4 lengths off the lead. Takeover Target in front. He's had his own way. Northern Meteor's going to rail up and almost join him as they turn. They've sprinted away. 3 lengths on Nakoni. Ollie's trying to wind up Apache Cat, and then Belmur and racing to win. Takeover Targets in front. He's doing much better than Northern Meteor. And then about 3 lengths to Nakoni and Apache Cat. But this old marble, Takeover Target, he's up and gone at the 100. They won't get him. Takeover Target. What an outstanding racehorse. 9 years of age, and he trunces it in by 3. Northern Meteor got second. Third home was Apache Cat. And then came Nakoni, racing to win, and last in was Belmur.
The People's Champion should hear the crowd here at Royal Randwick. Takeover Target, what a super...
Takeover Target. He's a freak. He's an absolute genius. He's the best sprinter the world's seen, certainly in my lifetime. 9 years of age, another Group 1, and Joe Janiak and Ben Tate.
Joe Janiak's going to cheer him back in, Carolyn and Richard. I mean, this is the only cheer we've heard all day. What great crowd reaction you get when this horse is here, and here comes Nash Rawiller.
Oh, look, these are great scenes. You should soak up this. Salute this absolute champion, Takeover Target. He is now the winner of 7 Group 1s. He's 9 years of age. He's had his leg problems. Have a look.
29, and he's now got $5.82 million in the bank. He's an out-and-out superstar, Takeover Target. He's the best sprinter I've said, I think, pretty much from the day that we put Joe Janiak in with the freak, isn't he, Takeover Target? Can you believe, Caroline? They bet $6 in.
It is quite amazing, isn't it? $5.50 in the end. He started there.
What a freak. His 20th career victory. He's only had 38 starts. He's now the 7th top prize money earner in the history of Australian racing. And who's to say he's not going to...
Look, you can't offer... look, you can't offer any excuse whatsoever for the horses behind him. He made him look ordinary, really. And, you know, look, they're the best we've got.
Janiak. Takeover Target, and the time, Ronnie.
It was just bizarre. What can you say? Just sit back and watch this. This is just
the last 600 metres of that race, which he basically set because he was right up there. A second and a quarter faster than any other race on the day, which you'd expect from the top sprinters, but it's a long way. That's 8 lengths quicker for the last 600 than any other race of the day.
He just fired the pattern of the times on the day too. Like he's run 1.9 flat on a dead track, worse than dead track, I'm suggesting. And he beat Mahogany's race record, which has stood for a long, long time. It's just bizarre.
He's a freak. He's just a living freak. He's a legend.
4 minutes to the Emirates Doncaster Mile over the famous Randwick Mile, and All Silent, well, he's the favourite at this stage, but this
was rock solid. The favourite All Silent, $5 into $4.80, market mover. 6 Who Got You, $9 into 8, back to the $9, best he's been. Hot Danish has been 9 out to 10 Flyer, $14 into $11, so good money for Solo Flyer. Vision and Power, 10 out to $11. Number 11, Nera.
Runners, then Largo Lad, followed by Black Piranha, Gallant Tess. All Silent is back third last on the rail. Who Got You is second last, and Alamosa last of all. They dropped the speed right off here, and King Mufasa led at the halfway mark. Rhino Chaser, the 3-year-old, settles down in second spot. Rags to Riches third. Solo Flyers parked in a lovely spot fourth, followed by Sir Slick. Then Triple Honour, followed by Thesio. Hot Danish on the outside was next, followed by Nerily and Largo Lad. Taking off around the outside behind those horses, Musket from Chinchilla Rose. Then Vision and Power, All Silent, wait for a run back on the rail. And then came Who Got You, turning for home in the Doncaster Mile, and it's King Mufasa the leader. Rags to Riches and Triple Honour going up on the inside. Here's Solo Flyer. He's starting to run on from Hot Danish, and then came Musket. Solo Flyer ran to the front now, 200 to go. They're coming after it on the outside. Musket, Vision and Power, Pinnacles, Triple Honour, Largo Lad. I don't know where to look. Vision and Power. Vision and Power for Jim Cassidy wins it. Vision and Power has won it from Navy Black Piranha. Largo the leader, Rags to Riches and Triple Honour going up on the inside. Here's Solo Flyer. He's starting to run on from Hot Danish, and then came Musket. Solo Flyer ran to the front now, 200 to go. They're coming after it on the outside. Musket, Vision and Power, Pinnacles, Triple Honour, Largo Lad. I don't know where to look. Vision and Power. Vision and Power for Jim Cassidy wins it. Vision and Power has won it from maybe Black Piranha. Largo Lad on the inside, not all that far away. We had Pinnacles and also Merrily from Triple Honour. Hoopy Got You was next. Solo Flyer pulling up quickly. Then we've got Musket pulling up quickly also from All Silent, Rhino Chaser.
Just an amazing win. Like this horse, he's just flying.
You still can't put a finger on it, can you?
No, I can't. Honestly, I can't. I brought him here for a welter here about 9 months ago in a similar race, and he plugged home and run fourth, and I was pretty happy with the run.
Yeah, probably a bit
fantastic. Done a great job. Scott Riley that rides this horse. He's in love with him. I know he's backed him to win a fortune today. He's on 150s and 50s and 75s, and just fantastic.
And Jimmy, as you said, you win your...
I can't believe he's won a Doncaster. Jeez.
Jay, your stable, really good.
Great result here for everyone involved with this horse here. Vision and Power, English Interim Series is Ears Creek, Jimmy Cassidy waving to this big crowd. They are pretty happy, pretty pumped for them.
What horse will you ride next week in the Queen Elizabeth? Will it be Vision and Power, or will it be the Derby winner, Roman Emperor?
Look, I'm going to stick with the Derby winner, Roman Emperor. I'm looking at down the track. Obviously.
It's nigh on 30 years since he came over here and rode his
big decision. Big decision to jump off a Doncaster.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Ring a ding ding. He sacked the thing.
The Daily Telegraph all-age stakes it is on in 10 minutes, Rich.
Yeah, I'm glad to say Carol the shoulder. $6.50. Number 2, All Silent. $6. Like Fantastic at 12. Swick at 17. 6 is out. Dan Lee, $7.50. Master Assassin, 14. Yeah, he certainly is, Carolina, but he's drawn a nice gate here. Damien Oliver sticks with him. He went second in the Galaxy after a year off the scene. He's second up today. He's won twice second up. He's won at 14. If the
Mum did, she was a wet track champ in Queensland.
Yeah, well, I think he's had one on the soft for a win, so he shouldn't have any worries.
Getting a beautiful run to go up to third now. Then Friday Creek, followed by Illuminates, racing to win. Danley is midfield on the outside of Mr. Baritone. And then came Marasco, followed further back by All Silent. He's heading away in between horses, followed by Swicket Forensics. And last of all is back off at the 500. Royal Discretion by a length now, and Hot Danish and Light Fantastic. It's waiting for an inside run. Then Mask Assassin, followed by Friday Creek, Illuminates, and racing to win, taken to the outside. It's Royal Discretion in front, led from Hot Danish, given full rein now. Light Fantastic on the inside, and then Mask Assassin racing to win. Marasco, All Silent, can't get out. Royal Discretion in front, Light Fantastic and Hot Danish. And now Dan Lee's driving through, but Light Fantastic on the rail. Dan Lee is flying. Dan Lee! Dan Lee won it. From Light Fantastic, Photo third, into win Marasco, All Silent, can't get out. Royal Discretion in front, Light Fantastic and Hot Danish. And now Dan Lee's driving through, but Light Fantastic on the rail. Dan Lee is flying. Dan Lee! Dan Lee won it. From Light Fantastic, Photo third, Royal Discretion or Hot Danish. And then Mr. Baritone Illuminates, All Silent, didn't have a great deal of luck. From racing to win, Marasco and Swift.
In the purple sleeves, and Damien Oliver has ridden Danley to success in the Group 1 all-age.
What a wonderful training performance. Second up after 12 months off at Wait for Age. And D. Oliver, he did it last year. He's done it this year. He's made the last close for the minors. But Dan Lee's your winner, and D. Oliver gets another one here, another Group 1.
We'll see, Lily. Look, he'd already won the GTC Sires Produce at 2, the Group 2, the Group 3 South Pacific Classic and the Liverpool City Cup last year, and had that great run in the Galaxy. For the finish, he dug in.
Discretion or Hot Danish.
$7 out to 8. Dan Lee home in 23.03, fastest last 400 metres of the day. Great sense of timing there by Oliver to a horse front of near the winning post. Oh, look at this punter out the front. Gee, he looks like you. Is that fast motion or slow motion?
That's the saddest thing, Bruce. It's not a slow. Everyone thinks it's a slow-mo camera. That's as quick as I go.
Were you a bit excited?
You were just going to look for Chris to shake his hand, weren't you?
That's all I was doing, Mark.
Racing in the blue sapphire. Gee, Black Caviar didn't jump all that well. She seemed to skew it a little bit at the start. Quiet's a Carrara away quickly from Take the Rap and Point Pain. Black Caviar eased into clear galloping room out deeper on the course and is going up near to the pace. They're followed then by Demerit and Connemara Bay getting up on the inside. Point Pain, after showing pace, has drifted back a little bit, and they were followed by Radon, and then came Black Gull back at the end with L'Heritier. Well, Black Caviar scooted around the field and took over the running by 2 lengths to Quietzer. Carrara next on the inside, 600 to go from Take the Rap and Demerit. 2 lengths to Connemara Bay, being followed by Point Pain. Then L'Heritier starting to make a little ground from Radon and Black Gold. Black Caviar under a hole, led by a length and a half. Quiet's and Nicolette staying second. Carrara the rail from Demerit, and then Take the Rap and a break to Point Pain. but she looked to be cruising in the early part of the straight. Black Caviar, she's 3 lengths in front and did it very, very comfortably. Shaken up now by Noski, she put 4 lengths on them. Demerit's running on okay, followed on the rails by Carrara, but she's just as impressive here at Caulfield. Black Caviar under a hole, won it by 5 lengths. Demerit second, a half head to then take the wrap and a break to Point Payne. But she looked to be cruising in the early part of the straight. Black Caviar, she's 3 lengths in front and did it very, very comfortably. Shaken up now by Noski, she put 4 lengths on them. Demerit's running on okay, followed on the rails by Carrara, but she's just as impressive here at Caulfield. Black Caviar under a hole, won it by 5 lengths. Demerit second, a half head to Carrara, and then take the wrap, followed.
Pace will carry them too, but when she put those horses away at a second start, and some of the jockeys that rode in that race, older experienced jockeys, came back and they were just gobsmacked that this horse had made theirs look second rate.
And Costa in the Glen on the tote, $3 versus $3.90. On course, it's $2.60 easy versus $3.60 backed. And the horse Costa in the Glen has got tongue tie and bar plates today. Is that some of the reason it's been a month plus since we saw him run?
Look, he's just a good galloper. He's raced 5 times for 3 wins, a second and a third. My 2 tails, because he's pretty good.
Costa in the Glen, $3.90 to $3.80. There's your totes. Last look before you go. You've got only...
And they're followed by Naji Tinamu. Costa in the Glen, second to last with Koshawn Door on the rails last of all. 600 left to go. Castle Hill lad by a length. Second is the favourite True Tales as they swing for home from Hafnium Western Coup. And then Test Century in the green peeling out from Mikasa Sukasa. Semicircle Rayburn. Tinamu well back in the field. Costa in the Glen has peeled to the outside of these. 400 left to go. And True Tales has now been sent to the lead ahead of Castle Hill lad. Western Coos running on after this leader. Test Century's making ground and a break in the field to Costa in the Glen, but True Tales with 100 to go, led from Western Crew. Here comes Costa in the Glen. He sprouts wings, he flies and gets there. Costa in the Glen just race to the lead in the last bit to beat True Tales, and True Tales has now been sent to the lead ahead of Castle Hill lad. Western Coos running on after this leader. Test Century's making ground and a break in the field to Costa in the Glen, but True Tales with 100 to go, led from Western Crew. Here comes Costa in the Glen. He sprouts wings, he flies and gets there. Costa in the Glen just race to the lead in the last bit to beat True Tales and Western Coup. Tinamu got home, and then Test Century in that photo for 4th.
Performance here by Costa in the Glen. He's given True Tales 10 to 12 lengths top of the straight, lined him up and ran past him. Niall Phillips said he'll win. He did. Outstanding performance. Well done to Niall Phillips. Coming on and just telling the TV and viewers, he'll win.
He'll win.
As good a midweek win as I've seen at Sandown. Niall Phillips, the trainer, got on TVN and said to Shane Templeton, he'll win. He did. 10.88 the last furlong.
Wasn't a jockey, Brucey.
There's the scenes in the Derby. There's your totes on your screen. $2.70 in from $3 about Rebel Raider. Larry's 11.8, $4.40 into $3.50.
She's trying hard to bring him back underneath her, but she's going to have to roll to the front. So Rebel Raider goes to the lead now at the 1,800 metre mark. By a length and a half of all is Bonda Chuck. It's Rebel Raider. He's pretty much going to try and do it all of the way in the SA Derby. And at the 900, he's 2 in front, but Astro Gaines whipped around the outside to go and put some pressure on now. Third is Gold Stinger. Honourable Kind is 4th. Then Mancuso, followed by Falcon. Wider out Galileo's Dream. Coming into it now, Naval Escort gets a go on. 7 off the lead. He's making sharp ground. And Fatuzzi's got off the inside to follow him forward. Tuscany View goes with the pair, but behind them. And then came on the inside, Larry's Never Late, getting one off into the clear. Reprisals under immense pressure. And Bondarchuk last, 400 metres to go. The runs might be coming, but the leader slipped away. Rebel Raider in the South Australian Derby. Rebel Raider, 4 in front of Astro Gaines, who can't do any better. Larry's Never Late's run to 3rd. Wider out for Toosie, but it's Rebel Raider. He's dominant in the South Australian Derby. He's 6 in front of Astro Gaines for Toosie, and Rebel Raider takes out the VRC SA Derby double. He won it by 4 lengths. Second in was Astro Gaines, and 2 away 3rd for Toosie. Followed in 4th by Larry's Never Late. And then behind those was Naval Escort from
in front. So I guess it's sort of worked both ways a little bit. It suited the horse, and obviously it was easy to say afterwards, but it obviously is the best horse in the race. But yeah, it just worked out fantastic for us.
Set off they go now. Enthrall one of the first out. Stanton a little slow. Work the Room eases from his barrier on the outside. He settles last, as a matter of fact. Enthrallers back towards the end of the field is Rock Prince. And the favourite worked the room last as they came down to approach the turn. Stanton by a length and a half. Piece of the Sky. Enthrall the fence and Tumbolgum easing out for clear room. Saranda held up on the fence from 21 Guns peeling out wider. Then Truly Ablaze. Squalls getting onto the back of that pack when they swing for home. Tornado well back on the fence. And let's see, Work the Room is peeled right to the outside. He's in plenty of clear galloping room, but geez, got some ground to make up. Stanton is going for home, led by 2 lengths. Enthrall, Piece of the Sky. Tumbolgum was under pressure. Saranda comes through. 21 Guns was next. Work the Room starting to wind up now. Stanton with a big lead, 150 to go. Work the Room coming home. Tumbolgum in the middle is joining the leader. Stanton just in front of Tumbolgum. Walk the Room is diving at them out wide. He got there. Work the Room. Last stride. He might be a real good horse. He's got up to beat Tumbolgum and either Stanton or Saranda for the Miners. Just getting onto the back of that pack when they swing for home. Tornado well back on the fence. And let's see, Work the Room is peeled right to the outside. He's in plenty of clear galloping room, but geez, got some ground to make up. Stanton is going for home, led by 2 lengths. Enthrall, Piece of the Sky. Tumbolgum was under pressure. Saranda comes through. 21 Guns was next. Work the Room starting to wind up now. Stanton with a big lead, 150 to go. Work the Room coming home. Tumbolgum in the middle is joining the leader. Stanton just in front of Tumbolgum. Walk the Room is diving at them out wide. He got there. Work the Room. Last stride. He might be a real good horse. He's got up to beat Tumbolgum and either Stanton or Saranda for the Miners. Just off them then was 21.
Right. He settled beautifully. He was last, but Brereton just knows the timing. It's a bit of Costa and the Glen type stuff here. Brilliant. He's gone. Here's Tumbolgum, and and it's soft in the end. It's just a soft win.
It was just like he did at Ballarat. He just ambled into them and he grabbed hold of him with 100 to go. He's half to zipping. He's by Bellisbury.
Might look like that, but the way he's building was always going to get down the line, yeah. Great job. Exciting horse. Thanks, Dan.
Long to many from the outside, the first to go, and Zero Rock began quickly. Hortensia is going to be ridden cold. It's gone back third last. On settling down, Below Command on the inside of Illuminate. Another 2.5 then to Hortensia has gone to midfield, striding up 3 deep on the outside. Morgalicious on the fence, then Martini Red, followed by Dora Bella, captured by 1. Zero Rockers second, Insistence third. Dance Girl Dance fourth on the outside. Then Rustling illuminates Dwarf Command. Hortensia starting to track into the race now. And they're followed by Morgalicious and Dora Bella next as they corner. Belong to Many at the 350. 1.5 Zero Rock Insistence. Followed then by Rustling. Dance Girl Dance. And here's Hortensia coming down the outside. Belong to Many is the leader. Hortensia on the outside are screaming after Belong to Many. Belong to Many the leader. Hortensia rounded it up on the outside. Dashed to the lead and away she goes Hortensia. She won from Belong to Many. Rustling fence followed then by Rustling. Dance Girl Dance. And here's Hortensia coming down the outside. Belong to Many is the leader. Hortensia on the outside are screaming after Belong to Many. Belong to Many the leader. Hortensia rounded it up on the outside. Dashed to the lead and away she goes Hortensia. She won from Belong to Many. Rustling third. Dwarf Commands fourth from Dora Bella, Cal Chris. And then Cames Illuminates. Behind those Morgalicious. Insistence, the leader, Vicky.
Hortensia went back from the start from the outside gate, had the right cover to take him into the race, and she is way too good. And the punters fight back there. She is.
Look at the replay again. If we can just run it again in the straight, you'll see one thing that she possesses that very, very few horses have got. It's the ability when she's under max pressure to just accelerate. You watch her there on the outside. Watch her about now. She just clicks into another gear and finds 3 and 4 lengths on the leader in the space of 50 to 100 metres. It's just something you can't quantify how valuable that is to a racehorse, and she's got heaps of it. I reckon she's potentially like a superstar.
She's a star. Yeah, she's a star, all right.
Right, well, the Doom
Chasing to win $8.80, triple on at $8.70, around 17 minutes from start time there for the Doomben Cup over the 2000.
Yeah, shame we've got runners coming to our yard here. Way. Late move, Scenic Shot 13 at the 12 was the first one moves in. Full Multi 11 at the 10.
On the inside of High C, another 2.5 for Miss Darcy on the outside of Marcus Maximus, and Scenic Shots tracking next. Racing to wins on the fence from Benicia, Prima Nova, Full Monty, Veloce, Bella, Reba San, Stan Tall, Mercola Lass, and Doug's mate as they make the bend. Sir Slick first for home. He's dropped off Dore Valley for the moment. Triple Honours on the fence, followed by High C. Here's Scenic Shot to the outside with Miss Darcy, and racing to win a
Benicia coming home, but Sir Slick clear past the 200 metres mark, racing to win, and Scenic Shot coming after Sir Slick, but Sir Slick is the leader. Scenic Shot and Racing to Win are coming at him. Sir Slick, Scenic Shot, Racing to Win. Scenic Shot a nose, Racing to Win in the Cup. Sir Slick has run third. Triple Honour, I'd say, is fourth. The next time of the race, Prima.
It will, Alan. Number 5, Scenic Shot for Sainscriven. Another big result here for Dan Morton as he gets ready to take Scenic Blast abroad to the UK. Scenic Shot in the middle of the yellow. Racing to Win back to near his best on the outside. Sir Slick, the much maligned Sir Slick, by me anyway, holds on brave.
Definitely helped them. And, yeah, the horse is good. He's good order.
So,
Yeah, should be more of it.
did Racing to Win?
I think the weight for age scale held up beautifully there.
Shane, you're set for the August the 1st with the new whip rules?
I'm trying, Ronnie.
Well, at the top of the charts there for Apache Cat, Alan, rain predicted pretty much the entire week in Brisbane.
Well,
I don't know where it's coming from.
There's been one of the standouts here.
But let's get across.
Dollars this morning into about 380. Of course, we've got a heavy 9 there for the Doomben 10,000 this after 5 on the card. We'll get that done. Okay, last look at the betting there. $3.50 on course at $2.90 on the tote. A little bit of support for Sniper's Bullet. Dan Lee solid. So support for Black Piranha, 13. We're on start time. They're on start time for the running of the Doomben 10,000 worth more than $600,000 on a heavy night. They just can't Thomas to set the same for one of the great sprints of the country.
Here's All Silent. They just can't find a good track for him. Something Anything to move up. And then Marasco on the inside of Something Anything. Further back over the wicket, he's 4 deep around Absolute Glam. Dan Lee's between runners. Sir Slick's on the fence. And then Dewporth, and they're followed by Sniper's Bullet, Like Fantastic, Black Piranha second last. And last of all is All Silent to come up to the bend. And Apache Cat. Apache Cat has swept up on the outside. He's raced to the lead from Jungle Ruler. Bank Robbers on the fence. Marasco pulled out. They're followed by Sniper's Bullet, and further back is Dan Lee, but Apache Cat at the 200 metres mark. He's clear. Black Piranha's about to run to second, coming after Apache Cat. Apache Cat the leader. Black Piranha's picking him up. Apache Cat and Black Piranha. Apache Cat's just in front. Apache Cat. Apache Cat's just beaten Black Piranha. It is a photo for third. All Silence finished on the outside rail, and Sniper's Bullet behind those in the race. Dan Lee, Bank Robber, followed by Sir.
As you said, force champ. Apache Cat goes past almost $4.5 million in prize money. He beats Black Piranha 3 Group 1 seconds in a row. All Silent very good in that ground today. My line.
And I didn't get home till late yesterday because I was arguing with the tote lady, still trying to get paid for my 100 each way Sniper's Bullet. Who I'm convinced run third there. I don't know what happened. She won't pay me.
I couldn't see it in the finish at the end either when I had a look, but I'll tell you what, Alan Thomas did finish in it.
We do it depending on which way the head's bobbed. And, of course, the tactics of going to the outside rail on All Silent, the horse that has once again brought Ronnie's punting exploits undone. And, you know, he wasn't even in the vision. You didn't even know he was out there unless you were on course.
Well, you know, the best horse won the race. I think Black Piranha, he's just so unlucky, this horse. He's been chasing them home in the George Ride at the Doncaster, now the 10,000. I think if he won the Stradbroke, you couldn't begrudge him a win. I think
obviously
promising horse.
Oh, look, the winner goes to the paddock, though. I mean, how do we read this form as far as the Stradbroke's concerned?
Black Piranha. Yeah. I mean, really, how do you go past his form? His form has been absolutely impeccable without winning. And
$10 feature in Brisbane. Black Piranha is a rock-solid favourite for the Stradbroke, with the bookies betting at 128. They've had a week and a half to bet on this, and they're still at 128%. They're kidding.
And win this afternoon. Number 5, Black Piranha, 4 into 3.
There's not much of him, Black Piranha, but what there is all quality. Marasco to come years ago. Well, they're falling into the gates. Singing the Stradbroke, and Absolute Glam was 100 metres marker, half to Bank Robber. Jungle Rulers on the rail. 3 lengths away, Something Anything. Mr. Baritone's on the fence, and they're followed by Sniper's Bullet. Vogue Calica's next, then Marasco, Rightfully Yours. Further back on the field came Absolute Glam. Black Piranha's trying to thread the needle as they turn for home. Into the straight, and Jungle Ruler led past the 402 to Court Command. They're followed by Mr. Baritone getting in the clear. Marasco, Absolute Glam, and and Black Piranha is staying to come down the outside. Jungle Ruler led at the 200 from Court Command. Here comes Black Piranha. Dan Lee's finishing well too, and Hortensia late. Black Piranha's raced up and grabbed the lead, and Black Piranha, the Group 1's his today. Black Piranha, he beat Dan Lee and Hortensia in the Stradbroke. It's a photo fourth between Mr. Baritone or Absolute Glam. Then came Court Command. Behind those became M70. The Corella for Rose Hill at $24. The Exacta $45.40. The Trifecta $2.95. And Black Piranha, he beat Dan Lee and Hortensia in the Stradbroke.
It seems like never before seen on Stradbroke Day yesterday.
No, it's been a great ride with this horse, and yesterday was his day. So it's been a great last couple of months with this horse.
Well, just watching you in this vision, we've watched this quite a few times.
How did you pull up? Because
Look at this.
you look like you might have pulled something there. Scenes, though.
It's outstanding.
For sure.
Yes.
So it's been a great last couple of months with this horse.
Well, just watching you in this vision, we've watched this quite a few times.
How did you pull up? Because
Look at this.
you look like you might have pulled something there. Scenes, though.
It's outstanding.
For sure.
Yes.